If you thought goldenly breaded McDonald's chicken couldn't get more golden, think Golder! Because new sweet and smoky special edition gold sauce is here. Made for your chicken favorites.
At participating McDonald's for a limited time.
What is Cafe Mocha? Cafe Mocha is experts, celebrities.
What's up? This is Belle Bit DeVoe.
Yours truly, Idris Elba.
This is Fantasia.
This is Invo.
This is India Re.
So much more. All from a woman's perspective.
What flavor are you, baby?
This is Cafe Mocha.
It's Cafe Mocha with Emmy Award-winning talk show host Lonnie Love, hip-hop diva Yo-Yo, and me, the producer Angelique. Mary is celebrating 25 years of making hits. Erica Campbell is here with a tour that's going to inspire us all to laugh, cry, and heal.
Ladies,
What's
the
that?
boycott is hitting hard. Target loses $12 billion in value as Black shoppers withdraw support. It's experiencing its sixth straight month of declining foot traffic, with the store visits down nearly 8%. And a $12 billion loss in the market following this rollback of the DEI initiative. So, ladies, y'all still going to Target or what?
I know somebody said last month.
Your face, girl. You are just a hater over here.
Somebody said they went to Target last month. I ain't saying no names.
You are a hater. I had to run in there real quick. But listen, I hit my face. I got what I needed and I came right out. And what I did was an assessment. I realized that people weren't shopping there and I felt a little guilty coming out of there. But my grandson needed a white t-shirt. We were heading to the park and his mama put on his sweatshirt. It was hot out here. I was like, damn. But I'm glad to see that our no traffic has been working, with the exception of me that one day, Angelique, shut up.
I haven't been at all. So
and I don't miss it. You know, I really don't miss it. I mean, I see it, and it was Target was a really nice place because it was clean. It was something about the colors, the red and the white and all of that. And then, it was everything. You could go in there, you get everything that you wanted. But, I think that it's important. And I just want to remind people that when the Montgomery bus boycott happened, it was an inconvenience. People had to walk to work. People had to get rides, and it lasted for over a year. But they came out as the victors. And, sometimes it's an inconvenience that you have to go through because, what people have to realize is that not only does Target carry Black brands, but they support a lot of Black events. Yeah. And if they're going to pull out DEI initiatives, they're going to start pulling out of those Black events.
Right.
And so if we show as a force that this is not acceptable, that you're pulling out of DEI initiatives, we're not going to spend our money with you. If you don't feel like you want to support, our initiatives. And this is the thing, especially when it comes to the Black community, we're only 13% of the population. So if you're making all this money off of Black folks, you can't give at least 13%.
Right.
You have to look at it like that. And so, and I know there's some people that still going in there, they still, that's on you. But, the overall,
the initiative is
right.
I think what we initiated and what we started from the beginning is taking place. People really, the company's hurting. Sales are down. People are really thinking about whether they want to go. Some people might find themselves in there like me. Shut up, you guys. However, time or two times, because my girlfriend does have a hair company and I buy braids and support her company. But we won't talk about that. The mission is we have to, the fact that we have to second guess us going to a store that, like Lonnie said, is clean inside. You know what I mean? You can go in there and get what you need, but to detour and go somewhere else, that's effective work.
I miss going in there to get my hair products, even though I don't even know if my hair products are still in there. But I don't know if you guys have noticed their back to school ads. The song is by De La Soul. Anybody notice that? I'm
Yep.
like, I wonder if that's a subliminal thing to draw Black people, to listen to the commercial because it's one of those nostalgic De La Soul songs. And then also just to say Black people come back.
Well, I was thinking about trying to be ahead of the curve, and before Black people do start back working with them, maybe I can try to get something going because, once the trend is back in, people going to be on it. I need to be the first one on the list when they start back messing with Black people.
I don't know.
Definitely.
Right.
Well, Jamal Bryant spearheaded this boycott along with Tamika Mowry and some other people. And they have a list of demands that they would like for Target to, actually recognize in order for the boycott to be called off. So again, the only way we are going to make change is by sacrifice, and this is a small sacrifice, y'all. We're not going to war. You can always go find your toilet paper somewhere else. You can find your white t-shirt somewhere else. You just may have to plan a little bit. You may have to drive a little bit, but in the long run, the long run, it'll be worth it. Remember that next time, okay? So the boycott continues. This is Cafe Mocha.
All right. Thanks, Lonnie. Erica Campbell of Mary Mary is next on Cafe Mocha.
Standing in solidarity from a woman's perspective. It's Cafe Mocha.
It's Cafe Mocha with Lonnie Love, Yo-Yo. I'm the producer, Angelique, on the line on behalf of Mary Mary, Erica Campbell, who has a wellness tour. She's got the Get Up Mornings with Erica Campbell radio show. And of course, it's the 25th anniversary of Mary Mary. Welcome back to Cafe Mocha, Erica Campbell.
Hey, ladies, thank you for having me. So glad to be back. So glad to be back with y'all.
I know. Welcome back to Cafe Mocha. Congratulations on your 25th anniversary of Mary Mary. I want to jump right and talk about this tour. Can you tell our listeners about this beautiful tour?
Yes. It's called Laugh, Cry, Heal. And I started Laugh, Cry, Heal because I was a self-proclaimed non-crier. I was very proud to say, I'm not an emotional chick like that. That, stuff don't bother me. And I realized that God gave me my tear ducts on purpose because our tears allow us to release. Our tears allow us to acknowledge that something's not right. You can't make it right if you don't acknowledge that something's wrong. You know what I mean? So it allowed me to get free in a way that I hadn't been. I started therapy, which I had been before. But, when you're on the grind and you're busy, you don't realize I'm taking care of business, but I'm not taking care of the business of my heart. And so Laugh, Cry, Heal was my opportunity to make space for women like me who need to address emotions, deal with it, and heal, and realize there's other women that are processing through life the same way they are, giving us all a pass to do all three, to laugh, to cry, and to heal, because we need all three to be whole.
But we're not allowed to cry. We're not allowed to cry,
Not Black women.
We are. I don't know who told us that lie.
A lot of
if
people.
Jesus cried, why can't I cry? If
Okay.
Jesus cried, knowing that he was going to raise Lazarus from the dead, but when his friend was gone and dead and his sisters were crying like Jesus were, he was emotional because they were emotional. He got mad in the temple because why y'all disrespecting my father's house? If Jesus showed his emotions, why can't I? It is a falsehood to pretend that I'm stronger than I am. That means I don't give myself a pass to recharge or refresh because I'm too busy wearing this cape pretending that I don't need a vacation.
And that's what I love about this is because the laugh part too, like, Angelique jokingly said, we're not allowed to cry, but there's a lot of people who have carried other people's burdens or the weight of other people,
For sure.
people going through something that they're afraid to laugh.
Absolutely. Absolutely. If laughter is good for your soul, like a medicine, listen, Lonnie, that means you've been out here healing people for a long time with comedy. And I think that we need a combination of all of it, because honestly, for me, when I am stressed, if I don't want to listen to some worship music, I want to laugh. I want to call my friends that I know that's going to say something so dumb that's going to pull me out of whatever I feel. But I had to allow myself to feel in the first place and stop trying to cover it up with accomplishments. And as women, we cover up our pain with accomplishments. I've done this now. I wrote this book. I started this. And really, you just somebody needs to say, girl, are you okay? And you go, girl, no. And you talk about it and talk about why and get to healing. So we can't help our children, our nephews, our sons heal because we ain't here. We think, ignoring our emotions, and we tell them to do the same. Keep going to college, start a new job, make a new friend. Don't redeem the relationship. Don't reconcile the relationship. Just make a new one. Just keep going. And we moving. And Jesus is like, hey, sis, shed a tear. It's okay. I got you.
It's Cafe Mocha. On the line, 6-time Grammy award-winning gospel singer Erica Campbell, talking about her conference the whole month of October, every weekend. Let's talk about it. It's a 2-day conference. What can we expect during the conference?
The Laugh, Cry, Heal conference is a moment. So my Friday VIP event is a moment where I actually really get to touch and feel the ladies. You know how it is when you throw a conference. They see you come in and wave. You may get a meet and greet, but they're rushing you through. This is not that moment. This is when, if you buy a VIP ticket, I get to see each and every woman and spend some time, and we laugh and we talk in the room, whether you want to ask me about music or whatever. It's our moment together. We play some games. We got a DJ. We eat some food. It's really cool. And the next day is the ministry moments. And I'm not holding you all day long. Y'all be done by 3:00, child. You can go back home. But I have a therapist there. You know what I'm saying? I have a singer there that is so powerful. Her name is Lena Bird Miles. I'm excited about having her. And listen, before I get to the city, I got prayer warriors praying that you already be ready. I got prayer warriors praying that nothing stop you at home, that you don't have a million emergencies that, I just can't make it, because we need to be in this room. We need to heal. We need to take this moment together. And I just want to share with these women and help us all walk into a space of healing and wholeness, because that's what God wants for us.
And, last year you had a virtual conference that drew attendees all across the globe. And this year is the in-person experience. So do you think this will be a deeper experience for people?
Well, actually, what we did, we had an in-person experience last year. It was all the month of November. And then after that, for the people who couldn't make it, we did a virtual experience because I wanted to continue it. And then I knew this year that I needed to do the same thing. So we'll have it in October. My year is real busy, so I'm hoping that I can, do the same thing. But yeah, there's nothing like in person. There's nothing like, it's the same way I could see food online and I could think it tastes good and think it smells good, but I don't know if I don't taste it for real. And a lot of times we watch online, but we don't get the real experience because social media has tricked us. And we'll see a meal and be like, oh, I want to cook that. It could be nasty as all get out, but your eyes deceive you. Let your heart feel the real thing. Get in the room, be with the women, hear the laughter, hear the healing. And I have a Q&A, and that's what I really am so proud of. The women literally get to ask questions and get answers from the professionals who have walked through life. I have Love McPherson, I have Dr. Sarita Lyons, and so many other great women that are going to be there on the panel with me. So you don't only get my wisdom, you get theirs too.
That's great. Go ahead, Yo.
Being there, being in person, I understand. I got a chance to come to your church in the Valley. I mean, online thing, Miss Campbell, but being there in person and seeing the unity, feeling the warmth.
Yeah.
And it's something to see. I just wanted to throw that out there because, it just touched me. When you say, you have to be there, it means a lot. A question I want to ask is, when people see you, are they expecting you to sing? Do you sing? I know you said you have some wonderful singers, because when I saw you, you're just going to sing something. Do people expect?
You know what? I think they are aware that this is a different side of me. I think they're aware that this is a different part of my heart that I share. I kind of can't help it. So sometimes there's a spontaneous moment, but planned singing, no, it's going to come from this amazing singer named Lena Bird Miles. And trust me, she's going to bless these ladies so good. Y'all, you're not even going to believe it with how amazing her voice is. And so I'm just honored to have her as the singer on the event for Laugh, Cry, Heal.
Now, is there a registration fee? How do people register for this event, for your conference?
Yes, they can go to loveerica.com. They can sign up, sign on. Of course, if you go to my social media and follow me at I'm Erica Campbell, you can click the link and get your tickets. We're trying to make it as easy as possible for people to come, bring a group, bring your girlfriends, bring your sons if you want to, because we all need healing. But yes, they can go to loveerica.com to get their tickets.
And Erica, you're a award-winning gospel artist. How was this year's Stellar Awards? Because I think you got a special award, correct?
I did. So I won for Syndicated Radio Show of the Year. I'm super, super excited about that.
Whoop, whoop.
I'm about 9.5 years in radio, and I love this journey. I won a Marconi this year.
Oh,
and
wow.
so it's really been a great year for the radio show. It was my I think my third nomination and my first win. So I was super excited about that. And I think once you start talking to people, there's something beautiful about hearing their stories and elevating their stories, so we understand that we're all in this thing together. Sometimes we're going through the exact same thing, but the enemy tries to isolate us mentally, where it's like it's only me, so I can't reach out for help. And sometimes radio can literally be healing. I've been listening and heard something that I wanted to stop and write down. It was so good. So I want to be that for somebody as well.
Every time we talk to you or see you, the first question I ask is, how you liking that radio? You tired of getting up at 4 a.m. yet? But I'm so excited that you've hung on, because so many celebrities getting there and they're like, oh, this is more work than I thought. So thank you for doing what you do, getting up every morning and helping people through their day.
Listen, well, I get to follow some vets like y'all and watch what y'all do and learn all the tips and try my best to reach whoever I'm assigned to reach. So thank you for that. I'm gonna keep going. I like it. I really, really do.
Good.
And also congratulations on the 25th anniversary of Mary Mary. And just you as a solo gospel artist as well. Can we expect a reunion, a tour? Are you going out? Because we just love your voice. You be singing. Oh, you be singing.
Thank you. I be trying, girl. Listen, so Mary Mary's 25th anniversary is this year, and we are performing on the Tom Joyner Morning Cruise this year. Super excited about that. Y'all, listen, y'all pray for Tina. I'm trying to get my sister to give me a yes. She'll give me a yes and a maybe, then a yes and a kind of. Then we'll go to the studio, and she'll be like, well, my kids. I'll be like, girl, if you don't pick up this microphone, I'm going to hurt you. But yes, we're planning on it. I just can't give you a date as to when.
Okay, well, we look forward to that. We're going to pray for Miss Tina, and because we just love to see y'all back together again, And my question to you, Erica, is you're doing all of these things. You have the church, you're doing the conference, you're doing, I mean, Black women out here are doing it, but a lot of them, especially in during these times, we've had over 300,000 Black women let go from their federal jobs. A lot of change is happening in our country. Can you give some words of wisdom, some words of encouragement especially to the mothers out there that are dealing with, times that are not the greatest right now?
Yeah. Listen, I know it's tough. I know nobody wants to lose their job. Nobody wants to have to figure out, how am I going to pay these bills? How am I going to feed these kids? But I believe the God who supplies gave you that job in the first place. And if he gave you that job, he'll give you another job. You lost a job. You didn't lose your skill. You lost a job. You didn't lose your talent. You didn't lose your resume. You still have all of the best of who you are. You take that into the next season of your life, whether that is entrepreneurship or another job. There is always a space for you. There's no way you're breathing breath in your body and that there's not a space and a place for you to shine and win and have everything that you need, because that, I believe that's the kind of God we serve. And if he takes care of me, he'll take care of you too. Trust it, speak it, say it. Get up and say that to yourself. I'm going to have a job that supplies all my needs and allows me to not lose my mind at the same time.
Amen. Whew.
That's why we love her. That's why we love her. Definitely check out Laugh, Cry, Heal Tour with Miss Erica Campbell. It is going to be a phenomenal 2-day experience, and it's something that we all need. Are you planning on trying to expand to other cities maybe next year?
I am. So I'm going to Alabama, Chicago, and Phoenix. I did 3 cities last year, 3 cities this year. Next year, I may make it just a destination event and we go hang out a little bit longer. I'm thinking about it, but I'm already preparing for 2026.
Oh, I can't wait. Oh, I want to go to that now. I want to go. I want to go cry and laugh.
We need some sand and some warmth. Yes, all of that.
Ooh. And I do the drinking in my room. No, I'm just
in your room. Lonnie, I love it. Listen, the Saints do margaritas these days. They're a little more free.
Okay. I love it.
And they may not be doing the shots, but they're going to enjoy themselves. A little libation.
They have a good time. Oh, Erica Campbell is always a joy, sister, to talk to you. And congratulations on everything that's happening for you. And you keep doing it because we need strong sisters like you. You give us so much inspiration and hope. We appreciate you, Erica.
Thank you. I appreciate all of y'all. And Lonnie, let me just say thank you for always loving on my daughter when you see her. I sure do appreciate that. It means so much. And she remembers every time you say something to her. So thank you for loving on my child. She still is Spelman, year 3, pray church. But yeah, we need all the love and inspiration and encouragement we can get.
We were just talking about, we did a segment about aunties and the internet aunties and the aunties and how important it is that, we are that village. So, I mean, I love her every time. She's just the cutest. That's my boo-boo. So.
Thank you. I appreciate you ladies so much.
Well, thank you and good luck with the tour.
Yes, and good luck. And before we leave, I want to say this one thing too. I love that you live out your truth as well.
That's right.
I mean, see you successful behind the scenes. I mean, you've taken the microphone outside of singing. You've preached to women. You've gave your testimony. It really is a beauty for our listeners to get a chance to see you up close and personable. I think this conference for women who are interested will be something. Give them the information one more time.
Laugh, Cry, Heal 2025, all the month of October. Go to loveerica.com and you can get your tickets, or you can just follow me on social media at I'm Erica Campbell and get all the details.
I love you. I support you. Thank you for always being a part of our family.
Thank you, Erica.
For sure. You're welcome.
Bye-bye. Thanks.
Bye, Ela.
Okay. You're welcome.
We're talking to Erica Campbell. She's lifting us up with her Laugh, Cry, Heal tour, kicking off next month. Go to loveerica.com for more info. This is Cafe Mocha.
We're at Cafe Mocha Radio. Socially savvy on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Serving up more Cafe Mocha on the way.
You don't want to miss actress and producer Marseille Martin and top HBCU alumni in the film industry at the HBCU First Look Film Festival, happening November 6th through the 8th at Howard University. It's 3 days full of masterclasses, panels, networking, and film screenings, all designed to elevate future storytellers. Grab your tickets at hbcufirstlook.com. Download the HBCU First Look app to stay on top of all updates, and follow us on social media at HBCU First Look.
Standing in solidarity from a woman's perspective. It's Cafe Mocha.
It's Cafe Mocha, celebrating 15 years. Angelique, Lonnie Love, Yo-Yo. On the line is Reverend Al Sharpton. You can catch him on Politics Nation on MSNBC weekends at 5 p.m. Welcome back to Cafe Mocha.
Well, thank you. Glad to be back.
It's a lot going on, Reverend Al. First of all, let's talk about your feelings about the boycott now.
Well, I think that that what we had said coming out of National Action Network's convention was that we were going to target certain companies. Pepsi-Cola was one. We gave them 21 days to meet, and they agreed to meet in 10 days. The next day, I got a call from the CEO of Target, and I know that there were some people in Minneapolis and in Atlanta that had started a boycott on them, and he said he wanted to meet with me, and he had met with other civil rights groups that had a national base. And I said, well, I'll call you back. I called Reverend Brian in Atlanta that I knew was doing the 40-day boycott fast, and asked him, do you want me to meet or not meet? He said, no, meet. I haven't gotten to meet with the CEO. So I said, all right, if you'll come, I'll do it. And they met here in my office, me and my chairman of the board, saying that we wanted them to do what the demands were from all of the groups that are targeting them. National Action Network's not taking the lead on that, but we are supportive of that, and had the meeting. And then the follow-up they were going to do. So we're still focused on following up our meeting with Pepsi on whether we're doing a boycott there. We're supportive of what is going on with Target. I hope these groups are united and get together so that we all can speak with one voice. And lastly, I think that it is important that we understand that while all of this is going on, these companies are still selling their product in our community. And if the worst thing that can happen is them to feel like they can cut us out and we not respond by saying, fine, you don't want diversity in the corporate world, in your corporate suite, then you shouldn't have diversity with your consumer market. Now, the thing we have done is say, let's reward those that are doing right. So we started what we call boycotts. I brought 200 people to a shop at Costco's. Costco said, we will not stop DEI. We brought them in Newark, New Jersey with Mayor Ras Baraka. We did it here in Harlem. We did it in several other places. We've been marching since last year, every Thursday, on Bill Ackman, who started the fight against DEI and forced a black woman president of Harvard University out of place of occupation. So we've been on this over a year before anybody, because as soon as she was fired, we started marching on Bill Ackman on 11th Avenue every Thursday, and it has cost some of his business. So we're going to stay on this, but we hope we can have different organizations, different routes, different paths, but let's stay on the same direction.
It's Cafe Mocha talking to Reverend Al Sharpton. Pastor Jamal, in one of his services, said that the Target boycott is working, that, stuff is going down and other stuff is rising. How much of an effect is this having on Target?
You'd have to ask him. Again, okay. I just outlined to you what National Action Network's doing. I
Gotcha.
Do not know.
Okay.
I had him in that meeting, and beyond that, I have not really talked with them on following up.
Reverend Al, though, let's go back, because the history of the boycott. And for a lot of our younger listeners, can you give just a little bit of the history of how a boycott can actually help? I know it seems like crazy, but there are a lot of young people that maybe don't understand what it takes to be successful, and why a boycott like this of anything can actually be successful.
Yeah, well, you asked the right question, because they can be successful if they're doing right. If they're done right, they cannot be successful if they're done just as a press release. A boycott I grew up in Operation Breadbasket, which was the economic arm of Martin Luther King's organization. I was 12 years old, and I was already a boy preacher, so I became youth director of New York chapter under Jesse Jackson. Dr. King had already been killed, so I didn't know him. I saw him a couple times when I was a kid, but I didn't know him. And I learned that if you target a certain company, first thing you do is you do research information. Do we buy a lot of this product? How much of their gross sales come out of our community? Then you say, what is the realistic things we want that company to do? Then you try to meet with them, lay it out. If they say no, then you come back and say, can we hurt them? Now, how's that determined? If they have 30% of their products come from our community, and the company exists on a 3 to 5% margin of profit, then we don't have to stop everybody from shopping at company A. If we just stop 7 out of 10, he's operating in the red. And if we can keep people from shopping there longer than he can operate in the red, it makes them come to the table and do what wants to be done. It's using economic leverage. What I've told some of the media is, if y'all understand what Donald Trump's talking about with tariffs, that y'all gonna give us a better deal or we going up on the prices, this is a black version of tariff. Y'all gonna do the right thing, stay with diversity, equity, or inclusion, or we gonna go with a black tariff. We're not gonna shop with you. I don't have to get every black. I don't have to get every Latino. Just enough to see how long you can go without that income. And that's why the boycott concept works and has worked in the past, because the main objective of people in business is to stay in business. And no CEO and no stockholder can survive if they're operating in the red. It's just business. It doesn't mean they love us. It means we love ourselves, and they're going to have to do business with us in a reciprocal way.
Love it. It's Cafe Mocha on the line. Reverend Al Sharpton. You can catch his show, Politics Nation, on MSNBC weekends at 5 p.m. Reverend Al, for people that are going, through this life and this administration, what can people do to keep their spirits up? What can they do if they feel hopeless? Because there's so much going on with the tariffs, with the DEI, with the immigration. In your opinion, what should we be looking out for? What can listeners do?
I think that the first thing we need to do is remember who we are. When we were brought here, we as African Americans, brought here and enslaved in 1619, we were stripped of everything. We did not even know our names. We were stripped of our families. One mother sold to Alabama, daddy sold to Florida. Never to reunite the families until 264 years later. We had no rights anyone was bound to respect. By law, it was against the law to even teach us how to read and write. So if we survived all of that, didn't know our real name, didn't know what happened to our family, couldn't read and write, if we survived all that, we can survive Donald Trump. This is many of us, I think many of our people now are forgetting what we struggled through. Martin Luther King, Rosa Parks and them did a Montgomery bus boycott in the 50s. When they didn't have social media, they never even knew what a cell phone was. And they in the deep South against whites that by law had them sitting in the back of the bus. By law, they couldn't use a toilet downtown. They couldn't eat in restaurants. If they can take a rotary phone and fight back and organize, and we got all 60 ways of communicating, from TikTok to Instagram to 2 cell phones in your pocket. The problem is not that these forces against us are stronger, is that we've gotten weaker. We need to start using our own ways of communicating and using our dollar. Yes, they have the White House, they have the majority of the Senate and the majority of the Congress, but they can't tell us how to spend our money. And we got to use what we have, which is the only way we've survived these 400 years. And quit having pity parties, because the thing that I think we've got to tell people, and I tell people is everywhere I go, they don't care. You can pity party all you want. You can talk about I'm dropping out of it, I'm tuning out, it's too much. You can't tune out. This is your job. They talking about taking money out of Medicaid and Social Security. You can tune out, and when you tune back in, you are not going to have anything left. It's time for us to get strong again and fight back.
Tickets are now on sale for the HBCU First Look Film Festival coming up November 6th through the 8th. It's a way to network and learn from some of the great minds in film and television. The tickets are very affordable and worth it. Go to hbcufirstlook.com.
Here's your dose of espresso. Strong, hot news now.
This is the Espresso. Congressman Al Green was part of a march to the Capitol this week.
The military belongs in a place where it can protect the country from outside forces. You don't use it willy-nilly every time you think you ought to just have the power to use it.
I watched the whole Cardi B trial, so you didn't have to. Every lawyer out there thought the lawsuit was a joke.
I mean, if you're going to file a lawsuit, you should know whether your nose or your cheek was injured, and there should be some visibility of this disfigurement that you're asking for $24 million for. Again, this case was going nowhere right from the outset.
Meanwhile, Cardi B asked fans to be kind to the woman who sued her.
Don't go bother her. Don't be talking about her. Don't be talking about how she look. Don't call her no nasty names. Let's just put this behind, but I'm giving a warning. I am not that celeb that you're going to sue and you think it's going to settle. I'm not going to settle.
That's the espresso.
This is Cafe Mocha. Radio from a woman's perspective.
It's Cafe Mocha with Lonnie Love. Yo, I'm Angelique. We're on with Reverend Al Sharpton. I feel like the Democrats aren't doing anything. I understand our responsibility as, citizens, but it just seems like the Democrats just rolled over and like, whatever. I mean, what's going on with them?
Well, I think, well, you'd have to ask them. I mean, I don't hear the Democratic Party. I hear National Action Network. I think that we didn't depend on the Democratic Party to end slavery. We didn't depend on them to end segregation. We didn't depend on them to end affirmative action. The stuff we've done around the country from Howard Beach all the way to George Floyd, we didn't wait. Democratic Party didn't call me into George Floyd. Floyd's family did. So I think that we've got to stop waiting on either party. What the Democrats have done, which is better than the Republicans, they did in reaction to our moving. They were not the movement. And I think a lot of us is expecting people to do for us what we have to do for ourselves. Kennedy reacted to Dr. King. He didn't send Dr. King. And Lyndon Johnson reacted to them. We need to put enough heat on them with boycotts, with rallies, with moving forward, and using media to put the pressure on them. What are they doing now? You see whites, mostly older whites, all over the country marching and going to these town hall meetings, turning them out on Republicans. They're standing up. They're not waiting on the Republican Party to tell them what to do. They're jumping on the Republican Party. That's what we have to do. We cannot expect anyone to do for us what we need to be doing for ourselves.
Right. Now, Reverend Al Sharpton, can you talk to us a little bit more of your National Action Network is doing right now, and how can we join?
We are involved certainly in dealing with fighting back those that are against DEI. We are also on tour now, mobilizing. We're going to do a big march to challenge the corporate world. August 28th, anniversary of the March on Washington, but we're going to do it on Wall Street because we're going to say to the private sector what I've said to you as we go company by company. We your margin of profit. We're going to go target you unless you do what is right in terms of jobs, contracts, deposits in black banks, etc. And we are still dealing with criminal justice. We are still fighting police brutality cases, racial profiling cases, gun violence. A grandmother, was killed just last week in Harlem. We embraced her family, brought them to our Saturday rally. We rally every Saturday in Harlem, and taking care of making sure she's buried with dignity and standing up against gun violence. So people can go to www.nationalactionnetwork.net, www.nationalactionnetwork.net, and see our activities and join. I was in Detroit, a chapter there under Reverend Charles Williams. We're all over the country. It's time for us to just stand up and fight back. That's the only way we ever made progress in this country.
Want a little more of our flavor? Stay right there. It's Cafe Mocha.
It's Cafe Mocha with Lonnie Love. Yo, I'm Angelique. We're on with Reverend Al Sharpton. One of the things that I'm concerned about is erasing history. When you look at the Smithsonian, when you look at some of the choices that the administration has been making on websites, like pulling major figures off the websites as if they don't exist. Any thoughts about that other than it's crazy?
Yeah, I think that it is crazy. It is anti-democratic. And we certainly, I think that the Legal Defense Fund and ACLU, other legal groups, are going into court to try to enjoin that. It is illegal. They're also taking people's personal information. Doge, which Elon Musk was heading up. And why do you need my personal information? Where is this being processed? Where is this going to? So I think that we've got to have, that's why I said that different roads or different lanes, rather, that we all do. Some are on the legal side of fighting. Some are in the marching and protest and raising the media a spotlight on issues. Some do social service. So as long as we all do what our lanes are, we can strengthen each other. I support what Legal Defense Fund and them are doing to fight these things in the courts. And there are some successes, even on this deportation thing. This whole thing of being able to grab somebody and take them out of the country, put them in a jail in El Salvador, and never give them due process. Well, they can do that to anybody. People talk about, no, I'm not from another country. If you walking down the streets where I come from in Brooklyn, how does somebody know the difference between you and a Haitian or a Guyanan? We all look the same. You can grab me and say, figure it out later if there's no due process.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And before we let you go, Reverend Al Sharpton, let's talk about Politics Nation on MSNBC weekends at 5 p.m. You know, you hanging in there because they let a lot of people go, Reverend Al. How's this show going?
Yeah, well, I've been fortunate. I've been there. You know, when I started that show in 2011, people said he ain't gonna last 3 months because I don't come from that background. And I told them, I said, well, I'm gonna do the best I can as long as I can be Al Sharpton. They said, and if you watch my show, I give my opinion. It's an opinion show. And I've been there now 13 years. This August will be 14 years. And I've seen a lot of people come and go. I thank God I'm still there, but as long as I'm there, I'm going to stand up for what I believe and continue to doing the fights that I believe is necessary in our country.
And you still keeping that weight off, Reverend Al. Al, I need help. I need prayer on that. I need prayer for my weight. I changed my diet. I get up and work out every morning, so I'm struggling with it, but I'm still ready for the fight. I'm still slim and trim. You look great too, and I love the dancing all the time. So.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you so much, Reverend Al, for joining us on Cafe Mocha. We always love when you stop by. You all make sure you watch Politics Nation on MSNBC weekends at 5 p.m. Also, the National Action Network. Make sure you check in, join, be a part of it. Like Reverend Al says, don't be scared. Be a part of it. Thank you, Reverend Al.
God bless all of y'all. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
For the full conversation with Erica Campbell, you got to go to the podcast at mochapodcastnetwork.com, mochapodcastnetwork.com. Until next time, you can find us on all platforms at Cafe Mocha Radio. Cafe Mocha is a production of Miles Ahead Broadcasting in partnership with Super Radio. Executive producer Sheila Eldridge. For comments, booking, or more information, visit cafemocharadio.com.